Picture this. You wake up to the sound of gentle waves lapping against pristine white sand beaches. Your monthly expenses? Less than what you used to spend on groceries back home. Your health care? World-class private hospitals at a fraction of Western costs. And your neighbors? Some of the friendliest people on earth who speak your language. This isn't a vacation fantasy. This is retirement reality for thousands of expats who've discovered the Philippines. But here's what the travel blogs won't tell you. Retiring here successfully requires navigating a maze of visa requirements, tax implications, and property laws that can make or break your dream retirement. I'm about to reveal everything you need to know to retire in the Philippines the right way, including the insider secrets that could save you thousands and the critical mistakes that could cost you everything. Let's start with the question burning in your mind. How much do I actually need to retire comfortably in the Philippines? Here's where it gets interesting, and why most retirement calculators are completely wrong for the Philippines. The truth is, your retirement budget here isn't just different from back home. It's wildly variable depending on one crucial factor most people overlook. You could live comfortably on $1,000 per month in some areas, or you might need $4,000 in others. The difference isn't just about lifestyle, it's about location strategy. Let me break this down with real numbers. In Metro Manila, you're looking at $2,500 to $4,000 monthly for a comfortable Western lifestyle. But move to Dumaguete or smaller provincial cities. That same lifestyle drops to $1,200 to $2,000. Remote island living? Some retirees are thriving on $800 to $1,500 monthly. But here's the kicker. And this is where most people make their first major mistake. They choose their location based on cost alone, ignoring the hidden factors that could double their expenses or worse, put their health at risk. The smart money looks at the total cost equation. Housing, healthcare access, transportation, and something most people never consider. The foreigner tax that exists in some areas but not others. Now, before you start calculating your beach house mortgage, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Can you actually stay in the Philippines long term? This is where dreams often crash into bureaucratic reality. But I'm going to show you the insider route that thousands of successful retirees use, the Special Resident Retirees Visa, or SRRV. Here's what makes the SRRV brilliant. It's not just a visa, it's your golden ticket to indefinite stay. With multiple entry privileges, no more visa runs, no more uncertainty. But here's what the official websites don't clearly explain. There are actually multiple SRRV options, each with different requirements and benefits. The SRRV Classic requires a $50,000 deposit if you're 50 or older. But here's the insider secret. This deposit isn't lost money. You can use it to buy a condo or invest in approved projects. It's essentially a security deposit that works for you. The SRRV Smile option needs only $20,000 if you're 35 or older, but you can't withdraw it. However, if you're not planning major property purchases, this might be your sweet spot. But here's the game changer most people miss. There's also a pension-based option. If you can prove $800 monthly pension income, you might qualify with just a $10,000 deposit. That's a $40,000 difference that could fund your first 2 years of paradise living. The application process takes 6 months and requires specific documentation, police clearances, medical exams, and pension proof. But here's the pro tip. Start this process while you're still in your home country. The Philippine consulate in your area can often move faster than waiting until you arrive. Now let's talk about something that keeps many potential retirees awake at night: healthcare. Because let's be honest, what good is paradise if you can't stay healthy enough to enjoy it? Here's the surprising truth about Philippine healthcare that most people get completely wrong. Yes, rural areas have limited facilities, but the major cities, you'll find medical care that rivals anything in the West, often from doctors trained in the US or Europe, at prices that will shock you. Let me give you real numbers. A routine consultation with a specialist in Metro Manila, $20 to $40. The same consultation in the US, $200 to $400. A full medical checkup, including blood work, ECG, and chest x-ray, under $100 in the Philippines versus $500 to $1,000 back home. But here's where strategy becomes critical. The quality varies dramatically by location. Metro Manila, Cebu City, and Davao have world-class private hospitals. But if you're planning to retire to a remote island for that Robinson Crusoe lifestyle, you need a medical evacuation plan. Most successful expat retirees use a two-tier approach. They get international health insurance for major medical and evacuation coverage. Expect to pay $2,000 to $5,000 annually, depending on age and coverage. Then they use local health care for routine care, which is both affordable and often faster than back home. Here's an insider secret about PhilHealth, the national insurance system. As an expat, you can qualify for certain categories, but the coverage is basic. Most retirees use it as supplementary coverage while maintaining private insurance as their primary protection. This brings us to one of the most confusing aspects of retiring in the Philippines, where you'll actually live. And this is where many dreams either soar or crash. Here's the reality that catches most foreigners off guard. You cannot own land in the Philippines, period. But before you click away thinking this kills the dream, let me show you the legal strategies that thousands of expat retirees use to secure their slice of paradise. First, condominiums. Foreigners can own condo units outright, as long as the total foreign ownership in the building doesn't exceed 40%. This is your path to actual ownership, complete with title and selling rights. Metro Manila, Cebu, and major cities have excellent condo options from $50,000 to $300,000. But here's the game changer that just happened in 2025, the lease law extension. Previously, you could lease land for 50 years with a 25-year extension option. Now, you can secure 99-year leases. That's essentially a lifetime lease for most retirees, and it opens up house and lot options that were previously impractical. Here's how smart retirees approach this. They rent first, always. Spend at least 6 months, ideally a full year, living in your chosen area before making any purchase decisions. The Philippines you imagine from vacation visits is different from the daily living reality. Location strategy is everything. Want to be near world-class healthcare and international flights? Cebu City is your answer, but expect to pay premium prices. Want a cool climate escape from tropical heat? Baguio or Dumaguete offer mountain living with easy access to Manila. But here's the insider secret. The sweet spot locations most savvy retirees choose. Places like Dumaguete offer the perfect balance. Affordable living, decent healthcare, an established expat community, and an English-speaking environment. It's why it's called the retirement capital of the Philippines. Now let's address the elephant in the room that keeps many people from pulling the trigger on the Philippines' retirement safety concerns. Here's what the news won't tell you. Millions of Filipinos live peaceful, safe lives every day, and thousands of foreign retirees have found the Philippines safer than many places they came from. But, and this is crucial, location selection is everything. The Philippines isn't one homogeneous place. It's over 7,000 islands with vastly different security situations. Some areas are absolutely off-limits for foreigners. Parts of Mindanao and the Sulu archipelago carry genuine security risks that your government travel advisories will clearly outline. But the areas where 95% of expat retirees live? Places like Metro Manila, Cebu, Dumaguete, Baguio, Iloilo, and Palawan are as safe as any major city, with standard urban precautions. Here's the real safety strategy successful expat retirees use. They integrate into the community instead of isolating themselves in foreigner enclaves. They learn basic Filipino phrases, understand local customs, and build relationships with neighbors. This isn't just about safety, it's about thriving versus merely surviving. Petty crime exists, especially in tourist areas, but it's generally opportunistic rather than violent. Standard precautions: don't flash wealth, be aware of your surroundings, avoid obviously risky areas. Work here just like anywhere else. Here's an insider tip: register with your embassy when you arrive. Most embassies provide security updates for their citizens and can assist in genuine emergencies. It's a simple step that provides peace of mind and practical support. So before we continue, if you're getting value so far, could you please take out 2 seconds of your time to like this video? This means a lot to me, and I appreciate every single like on this video. Thank you. You've obtained your visa, secured housing, and selected a safe location. Now let's talk about what daily life actually looks like, because this is where retirement dreams either flourish or fade. Language is your first advantage. English is an official language in the Philippines, and it is widely spoken, especially in areas with expatriate populations. However, learning basic Filipino, Tagalog phrases, opens doors and hearts. It shows respect and often results in better service and prices. Transportation varies wildly by location. In Metro Manila and major cities, you have taxis, Grab like Uber, and modern malls with everything you need. But here's what nobody tells you about Manila traffic. It's legendary for all the wrong reasons. Plan your life around traffic patterns, or better yet, choose locations where walking or short rides handle most of your needs. Outside major cities, you'll experience colorful local transport jeepneys, tricycles, and habal-habals, motorcycle taxis. It's part of the cultural experience, but also practical and inexpensive. Internet connectivity deserves special attention if you're planning to stay connected with family or run any online activities. Major cities have excellent 4G and 5G coverage from Globe and Smart networks. But if remote island living is your dream, research connectivity carefully. Some areas still rely on satellite internet with limited speeds and data caps. Power infrastructure is generally reliable in developed areas, but brownouts, planned power outages, still occur in some regions. It's part of life here, and most homes have backup solutions. Here's a practical tip most people overlook: driving. You can use an international driving permit initially, but for long-term residents, getting a Philippine license makes life much easier. The process is bureaucratic but manageable, and having local identification opens many doors. All right, let's say you're convinced the Philippines could be your retirement paradise. Here's your step-by-step action plan that successful retirees follow. Phase 1. Research and reconnaissance. Start with location selection. Create a short list of 2-3 areas based on your priorities: healthcare access, cost of living, climate preferences, and activity options. Use online expat forums, Facebook groups, and YouTube channels from current residents to get real insights beyond tourism websites. Plan a reconnaissance trip, but do it right. Instead of island hopping like a tourist, spend at least a week in each potential location. Stay in mid-range accommodations, shop for groceries, visit hospitals and banks, and talk to other expats. This isn't vacation, it's investment research. Phase 2. Legal and financial foundation. While you're still in your home country, start your SRRV application. Gather required documents, police clearances, medical exams, and pension verification. This process takes time, so start early. Simultaneously, consult with tax professionals in both countries. The Philippines generally doesn't tax foreign-sourced income like pensions and Social Security, but your home country obligations continue. Proper planning here saves thousands annually. Research banking options. Many expat retirees maintain accounts in both countries. a local peso account for daily expenses, and their home country account for major transfers. Some Philippine banks offer USD accounts, which can simplify currency management. Phase 3. The trial run. Here's what separates successful expat retirees from those who return home disappointed: the trial year. Rent, don't buy for your first year. This lets you experience real life, not vacation life, without major financial commitment. Use this year to build relationships, understand local systems, and fine-tune your location choice. Many successful retirees discover their perfect location during this exploration phase. Phase 4. Permanent setup. After proving your chosen location works, consider property purchase or long-term lease arrangements. Get proper legal advice. Don't rely on informal arrangements or verbal agreements. Set up comprehensive healthcare coverage, both international insurance for major medical and local relationships for routine care. Finally, establish your new lifestyle rhythms. Join clubs, volunteer organizations, or hobby groups. The most satisfied expat retirees are those who create purpose and community in their new home. Before you start shopping for plane tickets, let's have an honest conversation about what could go wrong, because understanding the challenges helps you avoid them. Challenge number 1. Cultural adjustment fatigue. The honeymoon phase ends. What seemed charmingly different during visits can become frustratingly inefficient in daily life. Philippine time isn't just a joke. Things genuinely move at a different pace. Government offices, service providers, and even social interactions follow different rhythms. Successful expats learn to work with this, not against it. They build buffer time into plans, maintain patience for bureaucratic processes, and find humor in cultural differences rather than frustration. Challenge number 2. The expat bubble trap. Many foreigners retire to areas with established expat communities and never leave that bubble. They eat Western food, socialize only with other foreigners, and essentially create expensive versions of their home country lifestyle. This misses the entire point of international retirement: the cultural richness, lower costs, and personal growth that come from genuine integration. The most satisfied retirees maintain connections to home while embracing their new culture. Challenge number 3. Health decline contingency. Aging happens everywhere, but having a plan for declining health in a foreign country requires extra consideration. What happens if you develop conditions requiring specialized care not available locally? Do you have family support systems in place? Smart expat retirees maintain connections to medical care in their home countries and have evacuation insurance for serious medical emergencies. They also build local support networks through friends, community connections, and, if needed, domestic help. Challenge number 4. Economic changes. Currency fluctuations, inflation, and changing economic conditions in either country can impact your retirement security. The peso to dollar exchange rate affects your purchasing power significantly. Diversified income sources, multiple currency holdings, and flexible budgeting help weather economic changes. Some retirees maintain small income streams through online work or investments rather than relying solely on fixed pensions. Here's what I want you to understand. Retiring in the Philippines isn't just possible. It's a proven path to a richer, more affordable, and more adventurous retirement than most Western countries can offer. But success requires preparation, realistic expectations, and commitment to the process. This isn't about escaping your problems. It's about creating new opportunities for growth, adventure, and fulfillment in your golden years. If this resonates with you, here's your homework assignment. First, subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. I'll be diving deeper into specific aspects like healthcare options, visa processes, and location comparisons in upcoming videos. Second, start your research immediately. Join Facebook groups like Expats in the Philippines and Philippines Retirement. Follow YouTube channels from current expat retirees. Start getting real insights from people living this lifestyle today. Third, Check your government's travel advisory website for current Philippines information. Bookmark the Philippine Retirement Authority website and start familiarizing yourself with SRRV requirements. Fourth, begin the financial planning process now. Calculate your current retirement income, research currency exchange implications, and consider consulting with tax professionals about international retirement. But most importantly, if the Philippines retirement dream excites you, don't let it remain a dream. Thousands of people just like you have made this transition successfully. The systems exist, the communities are welcoming, and the lifestyle is waiting. Your retirement should be the best chapter of your life, not just the end of your working chapter. The Philippines offers warm weather, friendly people, affordable living, and the adventure of international living. Remember that opening image, waking up to ocean waves with lower expenses and better health care? That's not fantasy for thousands of current expat retirees in the Philippines. It's their Tuesday morning. The question isn't whether this lifestyle is possible. It absolutely is. The question is whether you're ready to take the steps to make it your reality. And if you're considering whether to retire in the Philippines or Thailand, I made a video on why the Philippines is better in comparison to Thailand. The video is right before you. Click to watch it. It's well detailed. Don't forget to drop a comment below telling me which aspect of the Philippines retirement interests you most. The visa process, healthcare options, specific locations, or financial planning. Your questions will guide my upcoming videos, and I read every single comment. Until next time, keep dreaming big about your retirement adventure. Paradise is closer than you think.